welcome back to Fitz Fitness. I know you've been emailing me, asking me all types of questions about different types of power twisters. Well, I finally did it. I got a new power twister versus the old power twister. Now the main difference in my old power twister, which has happened over time, is it's got a little more flexibility in it, so that when it's time to actually bend it slowly, that's possible. Our wrists are strong enough. When you get the new power twisters, when the coil is pretty stiff, it's almost impossible to barely bring it slowly until you get your wrists used to doing it. So I have to make sure I bring my entire arms into it, where my other one I could barely just do with my wrist. In the new power twisters, you have to get the entire upper body engaged at the same time, so that when you push it together, it comes together. Some people go down low, get it started, and bring it up. I don't care how you get it started, unless you're doing the ones where I'm doing the slow in, 44s, when you go in slow, come out slow. You need actually either, if you cannot do it with the full size ones, remember this is the full size, this is just the old model, new model. Now when you go online, you're going to see all kinds of power twisters, from baby power twisters, short power twisters, kitty power twisters, all the way up to the beast, which looks like something that came off the bottom of a train. I mean, this humongous spring, the beast. I don't even have any idea what that poundage is, but every time I see people trying to bend it, they're like, oh, like they're trying to crank a major pump to like a oil rig or something. Because if you're not effectively using just the muscle group working out, and you're trying to bend it with the whole body, you're defeating the purpose of the power twister, which is focusing on your chest and shoulders, or chest, shoulders, biceps, depending on whatever it is you're doing. So make sure that whatever you're working, just the muscle group that you're working out should be working. It's just like when you're doing curls and the whole body is swinging to do the curls. You're defeating the curl, because the curl is just the arms. If you're swinging your body to do the curl, the weight is too heavy. So kind of use that as your guide with a power twister. If you got to go, well, guess what? It's too heavy. Now, don't be prideful. Like I said, online, there's got all kinds. Now, there's one company that sells power twister in 20, 40, 60, 80 kg. And then, like, for example, I ordered the 60 kg figuring, hey, I've been doing it a long time, I'll see what it's like. That 60 kg was so stiff, I couldn't even begin to bend it. I was quite embarrassed, so I'm telling you now, because have now gotten over it, but I need to share with you, how do you pick the perfect power twister? Now, my opinion, now both of mine, the old one and the new, they're called double spring power twisters, which means inside the big spring there's a smaller spring, and it's pretty stiff. Now I'm estimating it, since I had the 60 kg and could barely move it, I dropped it down and I saw that, well, let's say we're not going to the 40G, I'm going to order the double spring, which is similar to mine. Now the double spring, old or new, is pretty stiff. Whoops, excuse me. Now the old spring is pretty stiff. Now, the difference between the two, as I mentioned earlier, is mine, as it's gotten older, has gotten looser, easier to bend at the beginning. The tension that you get, as long as you can bend it into a U, remember, what makes it hard, whether it's old or new, is how far it is from the chest. My old one gives me just as good a workout as the new one, as far as all the isometric ones, when I'm doing like the 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 1 minute holds. They feel equally as good. Now, when I go to do the high rep, this one is a little bit harder initially, because my body has got to get used to the feeling of what the old one felt like, because remember, the new one is stiffer. Now, as you use it more and more, the spring will get looser as far as being able to begin to bend it. But whenever you're using it, you don't ever want to let it snap, because when you go, you're snapping back and it's really shocking the chest. The best way to do it is continuous motion, so the muscles are working in both directions. Now when you get to the point of fatigue, even if you want to do as many as you can, and you can only do like one at a time, still go, don't look. If you snap it back, it's shocking your system. If you get to the point of failure and you still want 10 more to go, it's like, because you're always going in both directions, working the chest evenly, so it's getting a workout, even if you're doing it one at a time, breathing in between, and you'll find that you'll go as long as you need to go. That's the first part. Now, when you order, if you're doing the workouts that I'm doing, high rep or the isometric ones, a lot of people have bought a heavy duty one and a lighter one. And for example, in the company that sells 20, 40, 60, the 20 kg is a little bit easier, and also there's one called the original power twister, which is really just one spring instead of double spring. That's easier. What you want to do is find a power twister combination that allows you, is really like, mine is 2-in-1 because it allows me to do high rep, and by pushing the weight with my chest, I can do the hard stuff too. But if you're getting the new stiffer power twisters until you break them in, it's good to get a double spring or 40 kg as your beginning for your isometric ones, and either get the 20 kg or the original, which is just a single spring power twister, to give you the high rep. In any case, if you get one and it's too easy and you push it away from your body, if you get all the way out here and it's still too easy, then you know you need to get a more intense power twister. If you might in the beginning think it's too easy, use the distance from your chest to tell you if you need to refund the one you've got and get a lighter one or a heavier one. That is a total way to tell, until they finally bring them back on the shelf where you can pick it up and try them on the spot. You're trying to save time, because if you really want to get a power twister and get started, you don't want to keep ordering, refund, order a new one, refund. That could be 3-4 weeks before you get started. So I'm giving you my recommendation from the observation of what I used when I tried out the 60 kg. Is my recommendation is either the double springs, or the 40 kg as the one to use for all of your strength workouts, and then the 20 kg or single spring to use your high rep. In any case, you're going to be getting stronger and stronger down the line, and who knows, a lot of you may be ready to jump up all the way to 60 or even the beast. Now, if some of you are doing my workouts with the beast, please send it to me, and I'll buy the S to put on your chest and the red boots and the cape, because you will be Superman. Okay, now quickly before I go into the workouts, common injuries caused by power twister. Now I mentioned some of this before. You notice all of the new ones have the hand grip or the little hand support that mine didn't have, because in the beginning a lot of people weren't having accidents. But what did happen is, don't depend on this to be your sole protector. When you grab this thing, make sure you got a total solid grip, because when you bend it, when you're in this U shape, if you don't have it solidly, it's either going to snap, it's going to snap this way, hit you in the chin, it can snap, hit you in the hook. Depending on how it slips out your hand, you can get a serious injury to the face. And it's not because of a power twister, it's because you either got one too heavy for you or you didn't hold it properly. These little hand grips are to kind of try to guide it from slipping out your hand and knocking all your teeth out. With this through your hand, if it slips, then your fist is going to knock you out. But I'd rather my fist knock me out than a piece of metal and be having all my teeth fall on the ground. So basically, all I'm saying is, with or without these straps, make sure you've got a solid grip on the grip handles to make sure you, in order to do any of the exercises we cover in all my various videos or anybody else's various videos. I'm just trying to give you some pointers as far as how to get a good workout and not get injured. Too many repetitions, past fatigue can cause injury. You'll pull a muscle because once the muscles have reached exhaustion and you do more reps past it, I gotta do more, I gotta do more. No, that's where injury is waiting for you, to do one more past when you know you're exhausted. See, the biggest saying that gets a lot of people hurt is no pain, no gain. Really gear it by, you're feeling the pain basically means the burn you feel when you're working out. If you're feeling a sharp pain of any kind, you stop immediately, because that's the body's last warning before you tear something, rip something, or pull something. If any of those three things happen, you will not be doing a power twister for 6 to 7 months, because those muscles have to heal before you do this. Remember, this power twister resistance is very similar to the resistance in that pretty heavy bench press. So if you injure the muscle group that we're working, power twister is not just working the chest, the shoulders, bicep, the upper body, abs, the core is working all together. If any of those muscle groups are pulled, you can't say, well, I'll just do a half a power twister. No such thing, because to bend this bar, the entire upper body is working to make all that action happen, depending on which part we're doing, whether it's middle, high, low, upside down, curls, whatever it is you're doing. You have to pay attention to making sure your core is solid, your abs are tight, and your body's in one piece. Okay, so those are just some more tips I wanted to add to my previous explanations and tips on the power twister. A lot of you have been writing me in about wanting to do some of my workouts every day. The best way to do the workouts I've put online is, I would suggest, if you're going to do it every day, do a high rep workout on one day, strength on another. Personally, I actually do every other day. I do a strength, and my day in between could be cardio, could be boxing, biking, swimming. I mean, put a cardio day between. Or if you're mixing the power twister with weights, then your arm, triceps, and shoulders will be on a day by itself, and the power twister will be on the same day as you do your bench press or your other chest workouts. Remember, the power twister, as we do it mostly, is for the chest. Even though I showed you earlier how you can put the curl by bringing it up for the curl and stuff. But I'm just trying to show whatever muscle group you're working, look at the power twister as putting it on the same day as the muscle group you're working in whichever workout you're doing. I'm just answering the question that some of you have had as far as doing the power twister every day. Because remember, if you're working the exact same muscle every day, the same way, you're preventing the growth. Growth happens on your rest day, not the workout day. When you do a really heavy workout and you're really pumped up, the blood's flowing, when you rest the next day and the body is recovering, that's where the growth takes place from the workout you did before, so that the body is ready to move to the next level the next day. If you work out the very next day doing the exact same workout, the growth can't take place because the body is not resting. So always remember that no matter how hard you want to work out, always change the workout the consecutive day just a little bit, make it different. Like I said before, if you're going to do heavy strength stuff, the isometric stuff one day, day 2, make it just the repetitions. Day 3, back to the power. See, it's still working the chest, but you're working the chest a different way. And I personally suggest doing a rest day between the two, because when you're doing your rep day or strength day, you can put everything you have into it, so that when your off day comes and that growth starts happening in the body, you really feel it, because you are able to have the energy to do an all-out workout, either repetitions or strength. You want to get the best workout you can out of whichever workout you do. All right, and then like I said before, power twister can be mixed with your bench presses. You can mix it with your curls. I actually do a combination, which I'll be recording later, where after I do my curls, I just do one set of a 45-second hold to just kind of make the upper body feel a little burn, And what it does is, while the arms are resting from the curls, I'm doing my 45-second hold on the bar. Then I go from that to iso pump in the chest. I mean, for the lats. And then I rest completely 30 seconds. Let me say that again, because I know some of you want to try it. After you finish your curls, let's say you're doing alternating curls. You go from curls, do your triceps, opposite muscle group, then you go straight to 45 seconds of this. Hold it, you get through that, go straight to your iso pump. Hold that for 45 seconds to a minute. And then you actually completely rest for 30 seconds, then go right straight into your next set of your curls or whatever it is. I'm just giving you some ideas of how the power twister can be incorporated in a number of ways into a variety of workouts, because it's its own workout, or it can be supplemented to incorporate into other workouts however you see fit. That's the joy of the power twister, because there's unlimited variations of how you can use it, when you can use it, and how to do it. My purpose of this video, one, is to help you avoid injury, and two, help you find out how to order the right power twister. Hey, I hope I asked any questions, answered all the questions you asked, but please, if you have any further questions, if I need to do a great tips part 4, just write me, ask me. If enough of you ask the same question, then I'll make it a video to make sure you understand whatever it is the question is, to share it with others who are sharing the power twister workout together. Alright, hey, been great. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Fitz Fitness, not just a workout, but a what? Way of life.